Consider the possibility that the universe is based on your existence. The traditional Newtonian worldview, which emphasizes distinct entities, suggests that human beings exist within a physical world, governed by specific laws such as gravity and thermodynamics, which portrays the universe as a separate, autonomous entity. But the emergence of quantum physics challenges this perspective. Although this shift is new in scientific discourse, it echoes ancient spiritual teachings. Hermes Trismegistus, a sage of antiquity, taught, "As above, so below, as below, so above." This implies that our world is similar to a holographic matrix, reflecting consciousness upon it. Quantum physics aligns with this ancient wisdom, suggesting that reality may not be a standalone construct, but is shaped by the consciousness of the observer. In this thinking, in which quantum physics takes up the concept of the multiverse and infinite timelines, your perception could significantly influence the manifestation of reality. Neville Goddard, in his work Thinking in the Fourth Dimension, suggests that the fourth dimension serves as a source for our three-dimensional existence, which houses an infinite array of lifelike possibilities to infinite world lines. Dr. Joe Dispenza highlights in the realm of quantum physics the existence of an infinite field, overflowing with potential outcomes for our lives. This boundless quantum field, or the whole, resonates with the ancient teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, as described in the Kabbalah. It is a domain in which every perceivable thing about life already exists. This leads to a crucial question: what dictates the specific timeline we experience? Time, a construct confined to our three-dimensional reality, has no influence. In this context, Dr. Joe Dispenza adds that our thoughts have a direct connection to our level of health. In these higher dimensions, all that you could potentially become is already a reality, transcending the linear constraints of time as we perceive it. You exist in this specific limited life within a certain timeline, but what determines this specific path among the countless possibilities in the fourth dimension? This question signals the gradual decline of the traditional Newtonian model, giving way to a shift toward a unified consciousness. The quantum field reacts to consciousness, shaped by thoughts, emotions, and the general state of being. In essence, the reality or timeline you experience is a manifestation of the state of being, thoughts and emotions you embrace. Your perception of yourself is mirrored by the universe. Just as a mirror cannot reflect a smile, if you do not smile first, the universe responds in the same way. The reflection depends entirely on your input. When you smile in front of a mirror, it reflects a smiling face. In the same way, the all-embracing entity, be it God or the quantum field, echoes your inner state. The All, an omnipresent force, respects your freedom of choice, considering it integral to the enjoyment of different adventures. Neville Goddard, a proponent of this idea, states that everyone is free to create his world as he wishes if he knows that the whole thing is responding to him. This reliance on one's own unique consciousness fuels the expansion of the whole. Your ability to choose is always present. Events must unfold in sequence to reflect change, yet the mirror must eventually display what you project. As in the fourth dimension, this projection is already a reality. Persistence in your self-concept commands the mirror to conform to its lack of value. The mirror guarantees the authenticity of the experience of the whole, and the whole seeks to understand what it means to be you in the present moment, and this understanding would be compromised if it imposed its will. The infinite relies on you and your present state as the focal point for your experiential choices. In essence, you and the whole are unified, yet in this world, a veil of forgetfulness is stretched over us to create a truly authentic experience. Imagine that you want to undergo a form of self-induced amnesia. to play a virtual reality game, with the goal of having as authentic an experience as possible in the game. When you suffer a blow, you feel as if the events are really happening. However, if you are aware that it is only a game, your fear for your virtual life would diminish, knowing that your true self remains safe. This analogy explains why life can sometimes seem harsh and unforgiving, leading us to ask, but how can God allow such things? The answer lies in understanding that this God is not an external entity inflicting these experiences on us. Instead, it is we who shape our experiences through the application of the law of being, often in ways that are not ideal. Our actions, in front of the mirror of life, directly affect what we reflect back. If we behave erratically, the mirror reflects a chaotic image. It cannot at the same time portray us as successful and satisfied. The mirror simply echoes the essence of our actions and state of mind. The quest for freedom often struggles with the challenge of feeling constrained or limited by circumstances. This struggle can be a catalyst for a deeper understanding of the self and the world. Influenced by the teachings of Neville Goddard and other similar thinkers, they propose that obstacles might not only be the result of a selectively benevolent external deity, but suggest that they are reflections of the inner state and consciousness. The metaphor of the mirror is particularly apt in this context. The image one sees in a mirror is a result of what is presented in front of it. If one stands before the mirror with a mindset of entrapment and limitation, the reflected scene is one of stagnation and confinement. But a change of perspective that embraces the concepts of freedom and unlimited possibilities can drastically change this reflection. The world, in response to this change, begins to reveal opportunities and joys that previously seemed invisible. This transformation is reminiscent of the narrative contained in Russell Conwell's Diamond Acres, where a man neglects the wealth of his own land by pursuing fortune elsewhere, only to discover later that what he sought was always within reach. This dynamic is beautifully encapsulated in the words of William Ernest Henley in his poem Invictus. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. These lines eloquently express the profound influence of individual will and perception in shaping one's life experience. When one consciously adopts an attitude of abundance and contentment, even before it manifests in reality, there is a subtle but powerful alignment occurring in the universe or quantum field. When consciousness shifts, external circumstances shift as well. Moreover, this concept extends beyond just positive thinking. It is an exploration of the deeper layers of being and the power of the subconscious mind. It is the central tenet of many spiritual and philosophical teachings that external reality is a direct reflection of the internal thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. In this way, the external world serves not only as a mirror reflecting the current state of being, but also as a canvas on which the possibilities of what we might be are continually painted, based on internal dialogue and beliefs about ourselves.